everything. I usually post it on there, but we're going to stream live on YouTube also. It'll be all over the planet. Thank you, y'all. Thanks again. Here we go. We're talking about our Black billionaires. I learned so much during this discussion. I think that it is very important, Maurice. Thank you. You liked my jazz. Thank you so much. I know. And then it's like giving me like me back. Now, I don't even know. Mr. Lewis, I'm going to figure it out why it's got like me and it's got that when I'm echoing and I pull up the music because I want my music back too. How you doing, Ms. Hayes? Hey, Maurice, this billionaires conversation is going to be powerful. And do you think it went eventually to Facebook? Do you think that's what happened?
I'm on YouTube.
Are you? Okay. Hey, YouTube world. This is our first time in a long time going live to you. I know we do this also. Well, thank you again. I'm JB Bryan, President and Chief Investment Officer at JB Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm and the home of Afro Economics. And we are talking about billionaires tonight. I'm going to make it extremely powerful for you. I hope that this discussion will change all of our lives and we will realize that every billionaire, yeah, right? Almost, there was like, when I looked at a list of 10 billionaires, there was one who actually inherited her money and she was from Africa. You know, there was one, there's like 10 Black billionaires on the planet. Black people with $1 billion or more on the planet. And it was an African woman who had actually inherited her money from her father. Hey, that's what we want, right? Talking about that next generation. But other than that, all of our billionaires were first generation, as we would define as self-made. So Afro economics is our opportunity to like give our, because you're talking about if your children get an opportunity to have something at the beginning of their life, like, you know, or at the beginning of their careers, then it's giving them a head start. We're thinking about these 3 Black men billionaires that I'm talking about tonight: Robert Smith, Michael Jordan, and Jay-Z, our newest billionaire. You know, when I'm talking about this, so if we add Jay-Z, then we have like 11 known according to the Forbes research and the research that's out there. That then this is for 2019. As of 2018, we had 10 Black billionaires, but the majority of them were from Africa. How powerful is that? I mean, think about the stereotypes that we have about Africa and African countries, and that's where our wealth is. Even though Black billionaires only represent like 1% of the billionaires on the planet. 1%. So Afroeconomics, when I hear people complaining, saying that it's all the same, it's not. And, you know, think about that all of these billionaires, Robert Smith, Robert Frederick Smith, and Michael Jeffrey Jordan and Sean Carter were all self-made billionaires. So let's talk about Robert Smith, 56. He's turning 57 in December. An American businessman, and the I'm gonna try to share the screen so that I should try to show his face. Here he is in this article giving Morehouse graduates that gift, right? That's Robert F. Smith, our biggest American, our biggest Black billionaire. You know, and this brother has it's been estimated for $5 billion. I don't think that, you know, Forbes magazine really can tell you how much somebody has. Jay-Z might have way more than $1 billion, you know? So, okay, Robert F. Smith, an American businessman, investor, and philanthropist. right? As we saw from Morehouse. He's a former chemical engineer who used to be a chemical engineer and an investment banker. He is the founder, chairman, and CEO of private equity firm Vista Equity Partners. So what does that mean? Like, this investment banker is not an investment advisor. I work with individuals. Investment bankers work with businesses and helping them finance their business and taking their business private or taking their business public. So finding private investors that want ownership of their business. So his CEO of a private equity firm, Vista Equity Partners, his firm raises money for businesses. He finds investors who want to invest in businesses that we've never heard their name. And as those businesses grow, he's able to take them public and they make more and more money. And he gets a return on his investment for his investors who invest in the fund, that he takes the money from the fund and invests in those businesses. So it's a private equity firm. Private, they help people build their business, firms, companies build their business through. And he has a niche, a technology niche of which businesses that they actually screen and consider investing in. So they specialize in data, software, and technology. So Robert Smith, it says, according to this article, left Goldman Sachs in 2000 to start his own private equity firm, Vista Equity Partners. His co-workers thought he was crazy. And I've told you all that when I tell you my story. But when I told that the investment firm that I worked for individual investors as a stockbroker, and I said, I'm going to start my own firm, they thought I was crazy. They thought the brother was crazy. But since then, his success and wealth has skyrocketed, landing him in the Forbes billionaire list for the first time in 2018. He's still there. In 2015, that they put this in the article, which is interesting. Smith wed Hope DeWatzky, whatever her last name is, DWORACZYK. She's from another country, I guess. A former Playboy playmate and the mother of his young son in a villa in Italy. Isn't that something? Like, they're writing about you, and then all of a sudden they just, boom, let me tell you, he's married to this Playboy playmate. What would they do that if anybody else actually had done that? Like, he has the right to marry anybody he wants. The private equity titan resides in Austin, Texas, and he added his name to the Giving Pledge in 2017. I think this is in 2017. Now, what is the Giving Pledge? The Giving Pledge is an initiative created by Bill and Melinda Gates and Warren Buffett, urging the world's billionaires to donate their wealth towards charitable causes. Smith is the only African-American, the only Black to sign the Giving Pledge. So what he did at Morehouse was part of his Giving Pledge, that this is what I'm going to do. He gave like $50 million to where he went to school, like Cornell or something. I read that. Like the money he gave to Morehouse, nowhere close to what he gave to his alma mater. Smith is the founder, chairman, and CEO of the Vista Privileges. So yeah, look at this. He has one of the best performing private equity firms with an annualized return of 22% since 2000. He has 5 kids. He's been married before. This is his second marriage. And they had a kid when they got married, but he's had another child since then. I admire that man a lot. So I don't want you to think anything that I'm saying about his private life. I'm only sharing that because one of my key points to say is that you don't have to be perfect to become a billionaire. That's my point. That's one of my points. So Michael Jeffrey Jordan, 56, known for his initials MJ, Michael Jordan, we're going on. An American former professional basketball player, we know that. Principal owner and chairman of the Charlotte Hornets of the NBA. He played 15 seasons in the NBA for the Chicago Bulls and Washington Wizards. And he's worth 1.9. Now remember, our boy Robert Smith, 5 billion. Michael Jordan, 1.9 billion, also has 5 kids. Been married twice as well. One of the most successful athletes of all time, Michael Jordan, 54. I think he's 50. He's 56 now. Made a total of $90 million as a basketball player. According to Forbes, since retiring from the NBA, he has amassed the majority of his wealth through his relationship with Nike and other corporate partnerships. Jordan owns a stake in the Charlotte Hornets, but not like now makes more in 1 year than he did during his entire professional basketball career. Now, as the owner, as part owner, or owner, or this says he owns a stake. We think of him as owning the whole team. But you know what? That's also one of my points. Don't be hesitant to partner with people. All right, Sean Corey Carter, 49 years old, born December 4th, 1969. Professionally known as Jay-Z, an American rapper, songwriter, record producer, entrepreneur, a record executive, considered to be the best rapper of all time, regarded as one of the world's most significant cultural icons, and has been a global figure in popular culture for over 2 decades. Worth $1 billion at least. Only married once, 3 children with Beyonce. Yes, indeed. So together, you know, they were way over $1 billion. So the Forbes reports that Jay-Z has amassed a fortune that is conservatively totaled at $1 billion, making him one of the few entertainers that have ever become billionaires, as well as the first hip-hop artist to ever reach that landmark. But Jay-Z's success lies in the fact that he is not exclusively a musician. His fortune spans several industries, from real estate to investments in companies like Uber to the liquor and art industries. Jay-Z started his own record label, Rockefeller Records, and released a long line of award-winning albums over the course of these 20 years. He learned early that the best way to grow wealth was by creating and investing in his own brands instead of promoting someone else's. His logic led him to build his own clothing line, Rocawear, which launched in 1999 and he sold Rocawear for $204 million in 2007, while the rest of us were going into a recession. He was doing good. Today, Jay-Z has stakes in several companies, including $310 million in champagne brand Armand de Broc. I don't know. Y'all know I'm probably saying it right or wrong. I don't drink. And his cognac brand, do you say? Y'all like, what does she say? His investing portfolio includes stakes in Uber that are reportedly purchased for $2 million in 2013, is now worth roughly $70 million from 2013 to 70 million now. Uber just went public. So that's where he got his money back out. In 2015, Jay also purchased and relaunched Tidal, which is now worth $100 million. His art collection is worth $70 million, and his real estate portfolio is worth another $50 million. We could say it. Jay-Z has done that thing. He is a business man, right? So definitely, let's look at some tips. I want us to think about what do we get from them. First is that life does not have to be perfect to become a billionaire. You know, generally you would say, oh my goodness, that guy's got 5 kids. They got, oh my goodness, he went through a divorce. Oh my God, he did so and so and so. The stuff. And I was talking to Ms. Cotman about this today. I was saying the things that we go through in life that we allow to stop us, it's just amazing. We have to start looking at people like this, even our political people who have gone through some seriously bad things personally, and they have not allowed it to stop them. So because of their determination to continue to focus on their mission is why they become so wealthy. We have to make the connection between focusing on your mission and disconnecting the personal stuff that comes into our life. A second point is that you must work smart and hard. Look at these. I mean, these guys, Michael Jordan, if he had not said, I'm going to work with this team, I'm going to build up this franchise, that I'm going to do this, he would have never made the kind of money that he's making. That's why he's, one of the wealthiest athletes. Not from running up and down the court, but from that business decision of how he was going to use the money that he was able to amass through that talent. Same with Jay-Z. So don't be afraid to develop partnerships. The challenge is getting the right partnerships. That is a challenge for us because we don't know. We don't know. So the only way that we get to meet people is that we have to continue to hit it every day. Be at it. Come back harder, come back stronger, have new ideas, bring it, since we don't have these people sitting next to us in meetings, we have to be so good at what we do that we draw their attention. We have to draw their attention to us. We have to be that good, and you have to take that chance. If you hadn't taken that chance to bring out Rockaware, if you hadn't taken that chance to leave that company and start his own, then it would not have happened. When they were saying, man, you crazy? You got a good job. He was, he was making good money, making at Goldman Sachs. I'm talking about Robert Smith. He was doing well. I mean, what he's doing is unthinkable. And he said, well, you know what? No, I'm going to start my own private equity firm. Like this guy asked me one time, he said, like, why did you think in 1995 to start a registered investment advisory firm? The regulations didn't change until Obama was president, where everybody needed to get their license to be an RIA if they wanted to deal with people. Why did you do that? And I just said, I wanted to make sure that I was independent. What did all of them say? I want to be independent. What did they say? That I've got to be independent. I had to have my own. I had to have my own label. I had to have my own business. All of them made that same step, that they had to own their stuff. So then also, let's look at a third point. You must love what you do. Because when you love what you do, you're not thinking about what time it is. You are going to do it because you love what you do and you are convinced that somebody needs this service. He is convinced, Robert Smith, that he has to help these technology companies build and find money, find investors so that their technology can serve the world. So when they say, like Oprah says, that be of service, that's to be of service to the world, then we go, what are you talking about? That's not how you made your $1 billion. But in reality, that she did, because she did her show, she did topics that helped people. If the topics didn't help people, then nobody would have watched her shows. Now, of course, there were people that came up with them, but maybe she came up with some of those topics. But she had to help people. And in the way she presented the topic, even if she didn't come up with it, it was convincing, it was compelling, and she continued to help people. And she said, what else can I do to help people? Well, what if we give everybody a car? Well, what else can we do to help people? Well, maybe what if we help people find their mom or find their dad or find their things? She made everybody that have a show have to come to another level. Jay-Z makes everybody that is in business, like the young man, Nipsey Hussle, that passed away. He said Jay-Z taught him how to become a businessman. So his businesses, if it's structured correctly, his estate can live a lot longer than his music. So you have to love what you do, and not just part of what you do. You have to love everything you do. You can love the fact that I have to do this in order to create this so that I can help more people. You got to love what you do. Invest in your dreams and take risks and take chances. Invest in your dreams. They did that. And don't be afraid to go to the next level. We have to always be leveling up. We have to always be looking for another opportunity. We have to always say, yeah, I'm the greatest athlete that ever was, but what else can I do? Yes, I'm this, but what else can I do? What else? Take it to the next level. Believe in your dream and know when it's time to get someone else to help you. Know when it's time to find outside investors. I saw in an article they were interviewing Spike Lee, and he was saying, I don't have any problem asking other people to invest in my idea because I know how good my idea is. Build multiple sources of income. How many different things was Jay-Z doing? How many different businesses does Robert Smith have in his equity fund? He didn't say, I'm just going to help this one technology company. He said, I'm going to help a whole bunch of technology companies so that if this one doesn't work, this one will, or this one will. He's going to help all of these different ones, multiple sources of possible success. Start small. Start where we are. This is it. I know that one day this will be in the archives of, oh my God, look at that little studio she was in. I'm willing to start small. I remember this guy, he was like, I guess called himself criticizing me, and he was a realtor. And he said, you need to have a different camera, and you need to have a different lighting, and you need to have this and this and that. He's not doing anything. That was like 5 years ago. That was 5 years ago when I had like, one. Now I have like a video archive of like, I don't know, like 500 different videos. You know how many people I've helped? But if I had gotten caught up in, I need this, I need that. No, what I need to do is go to work and research the topic and help somebody. That's what I need to do. He's still caught up. How many videos does he have? 0. So start small. Start where you are. Start wherever it is. You don't have to start small. If you got more, do more. Do what you can, but start where you are. Stop. Never stop growing. Never stop growing. Never stop getting better. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. The more we learn, the more we can help, the more we can serve, the more likely you are going to build some sustainable, good wealth. My 10th point is own yourself, own your ideas, and own your business. Now, we're talking about billionaire financial tips. These are billionaires. They own themselves. They own their ideas, and they own their business. And my bonus is that I believe that we should be generous. And it's not easy, but I sent out a text today, and I was talking about the first Afro-economic scholarship that I did. Now, I might not, of course, I'm not, I didn't do what Mr. Smith did, but I did what I could do. And, we don't have to do that, but we have to do what we can do. Like I said, start small. I'm doing that scholarship. This is our first, but we're doing it. And that was a dream for me that I wanted Afro-economics to give a scholarship. Friday night, I get to say, this is the Afro-economics scholarship to this little girl. And it will forever be in her mind that I got a scholarship from Afro-economics. Look at that. Look at that, right? So be generous. Be a giver. When I become a billionaire, I want to start our own Afro-economics gift list. So we can do that. Or if I get on their list, be like Robert Johnson, who's actually giving part of his gifts to include us. His giving pledge, and he said, yes, I'm gonna give, but he said, I'm gonna give to this HBCU. I'm gonna give, like, he needs to know about Afro-economics. That's what he needs to know. Give over this way. Yes, indeed. But just, he's given me enough. The fact that to see these brothers doing well, building their families, giving back, their example that they're setting for all of us is so powerful. You know, just a powerful tribute for as we approach Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of our fathers in Afroeconomics. That if you all have any questions about our billionaires, definitely, this comment says, "Oh yeah, I am a billionaire since you don't have to be perfect." Yep, yes you do. Yes you do. You don't have to be perfect, but to be a billionaire, you got to be a billionaire. We can't leave that out, right? You got to have it. But nobody is perfect. That's the promise. Nobody is perfect, but our ability to deal with and grow from and maximize our imperfections will decide the amount of wealth that we have. It really will. So we just need to just continue to move forward. Life is not perfect. Life of a billionaire is not perfect. You must work smart and hard. Don't be afraid to develop partnerships. You must love what you do. Invest in your dreams and take risks and chances. Go to the next level. Believe in your dreams and know when it's time to ask for help. Build multiple sources of income. Start small and make changes and move forward. Never stop growing. Own yourself, own your ideas, and own your business, and be generous. Thank you all so much. I hope that empowered you. Oh, amen back. You all are a blessing to me. Hi, Dr. A, Ms. Jones, Maurice, Mr. Lewis. How are you all doing? Ms. Cotman, thank you so much. Thank you for your comments. Oh, hey, back. Andrea, how you doing? Demetrius, Miss Hargrove, one of our newest members. What's up? Mr. Bowie. Yes, indeed. Craig, how's it going? Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, we definitely need to make sure that we schedule that meeting and get everything done. I think that the 5th is going to be good. But we definitely, if you get a chance, call 1-844-JB Bryan, 1-844-522-7926. Everybody, schedule the appointment that you need. If you need me, please make sure that you get that scheduled. Let's make sure that we do that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Lewis. Have a wonderful Father's Day. Monday night. It is our men's roundtable. I want Mr. Lewis, I want you on that. Yes, indeed. I need Mr. Bowie on the roundtable on Monday night. Demetrius, let me know if you have time. Yes, indeed. And Mr. Martin and Maurice, we need y'all get that membership straight so we can get y'all on the roundtable also. It's going to be full. Well, I'm sure we're going to get everybody on there. Thank you. Thank you. I want that roundtable. I just want this to have squares full of our brothers on Monday night talking about today's Black man and his money so that we can continue this discussion. June is about the men. Let's build each other up. Let's do that. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of the week. Members only meeting Friday morning at 9. Thank you, Marie. Thank you so much.